If you are anything like me or just thinking, we can have some fun without going to jail, right? Yeah, then you have a home here. Welcome to the Go Show, celebrating all things outdoors in this beautiful outdoor playground of a state, nation, world that we live in. You can check it out if you want to online because it's a lot of fun. We actually have a website. Believe it or not, we do have a website, and it just gets you to our socials. And you guys, if you can get to each and every one of those and follow along and subscribe, that'd be fantastic. As well as like Spotify as well. We'd love for you to be on there as well. So you can get over to the go show.live is where we're at right now. And that website will be updated. There'll be several that can point to the same one. We're working on it. We're making it happen, but you can check us out online. And right there, all of our social platforms are right there. You can just click on them. What's up, Lynn? You can click on them and just on each and every one of them, subscribe and follow along. Share out would be a super, super big help. And we'd love that you would that you could do that. I had the weirdest experience today. Before we get into the legalities, the weirdness in the outdoors of late, you all know what's up, my man. How you doing, Grizz? I'm addicted to Starbucks cold brew. You all know that. Y'all know me. I'm never without Starbucks cold brew. It just is what it is. There's a lot worse things I can be addicted to than Starbucks cold brew. As a matter of fact, talking about makes me want to take a sip. I love Starbucks cold brew. So I was at Starbucks a few days ago, and I gave the app, right? It's like, here's the app. Here's what here you go. And the person takes my phone from me and says, I got to go check it out at a different register because this one's down, and just walks off. I got to tell you, I don't think it should be this way, but it is, especially for an outdoorsman. Wait a second. Wait. Does your dad know you're sitting in on a show? What are you talking about? Oh, what are you talking about? Does my dad know I'm sitting in on a show? No idea what he's saying. Anyway, but they just take the phone away from me and they walk away. I've never had that happen. And as an outdoor guy, I shouldn't worry about that. I shouldn't even be like, okay, whatever. It's a phone. Who cares? I almost felt violated. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm absolutely. Why don't I have my phone in my hand? Why did you feel you could just grab my phone and take off with it? And it was like 45 seconds, but it felt like 45 years. I was like, why do I not have my phone? Why does someone I do not know hold everything in my life in their hands and they think it's okay just grabbing this, right? Fast forward to this morning. I was like, okay, here's what's probably going to happen. I'm going to roll in there. They're just going to, they might have to take the phone. She did it again. And I was just as freaked out. I don't know. I was just as freaked out. And I'm still blown away by it. I was like, I don't know. I can hand my girlfriend my phone and say, here you go. I've never had my kids my phone. Here, I have zero to hide. And there you go. But someone you don't know just grabs your phone and just rolls out with it. I'm like, y'all? And by the way, same location, your Starbucks, you should have your register fixed by now, but yeah. Oh, yes. Thank you, Grizz. Now I see what you're saying. Yes, the baby face thing. I was really hoping the testosterone would kick in overnight and just pop this beard back on, and I'd actually have my manhood again. But it was a trimmer accident gone awry. I had it on the right setting. I triple checked right setting, and then this first swipe, buddy, it just and I'm like, oh, here we go. Been down this road 6 years. I've had a beard. And now I'm ready. I hate looking at I hate looking in the mirror. I look at I'm seeing myself on video right now, and it's driving me crazy because I don't think it's me. It doesn't look like me. Oh, yeah, I gotta have that. Yeah, I've been there. I think we all have. Everybody with beard trimmers has been there and done that. I might just go the Robinson family and just do the whole big, Robertson family from Duck Dynasty and just go big and just stop trimming it. Just use scissors, I guess, from this point on, because man, let me tell you, that was, and right when you hit that first thing, you're like, oh no, dude, I've done that with my hair. I've cut my own hair for years and with the trimmers, and I've done that for years and years. And I've done that before when I had the small one on. I'm like, well, okay. I guess we're buzzing it. That's just how it's going to be. So thank you so much for hanging out with us, spending some time with us. Again, the new website is thegoshow.live. It's our first run through it. And so I think it looks really cool. But the first few links, just get on those links and just copy, share, follow, do all that stuff, and help us out, and help us expand this dang thing, shall we? Appreciate you. For the past few days, I've been noticing in just my outdoor reading that we're all going a little crazy. I think we can have fun in the outdoors without landing in jail. By the grace of God, go I. I've only been, let me put it this way, escorted by a law enforcement officer somewhere once in my life. And it 21 years old, Huntington Beach, 4th of July. Don't even get me started. It was a wild time. And so I've always had fun in the outdoors. I've done crazy things in the outdoors. I've probably ingested a little too much alcohol in the outdoors. I've done some crazy stuff in the outdoors, but I've never been to the point where, okay, I'm fixing to get arrested if I do what I'm doing right now. And so I understand people get crazy, people get loony, but how about these stories? How about these stories? I bet, Jim, all over the world. That's right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but again, statute of limitations is over on a bunch of these. I assume. I'm assuming 20 years. I mean, we can talk about it without that. It's like when you're filling out the background check when you're buying a firearm. You fill out the background check and you're like, have you been convicted of a felony? Don't use this joke to the firearm store. Don't use this joke. I always do this. I always say, it says convicted, right? Convicted. Okay. I've been convicted. They don't like that. They get a little tense. Some will laugh. Most will just get tense. And rightfully so, because slappies like me that just stories I'm finding that are absolutely bananas. Check this headline out. This was the weirdest thing because there's so much behind just the headline, and I'll pause for a second to let you absorb really what was just said. Ready? 85-year-old man kills his own son during fishing tournament. Yeah, 85-year-old man kills his own son during a fishing tournament. Apparently, police responded, and they found the dude's body at the bait shop. So apparently, the man was so fired up about something that had happened in the tournament. Maybe thought his kid was cheating. Maybe his kid was like my kid, and they talk a bunch of trash, and he was just smoking him in the tournament. But old dude turned to his son and shot and killed him over a fishing tournament. Holy mackerel. This is Lakeview Drive Tournament Lakes. That's why people apparently there's a bunch of different cool little contests and competitions you can get in. This sounds like a really cool place because apparently they've just got little competitions going on all the time at their little lakes spot. This lake's got this going on. This lake's got a biggest fish going on. This got most fish, whatever it is. Catfish over here. You can just go and enter into it. And apparently the argument between the men got so heated that the old dude, and you say 85, I mean, whatever, but that just decided to smoke his own son over a fishing tournament. Y'all, I have seen a lot of Bassmaster tournaments where you're talking about every single cast, every hookup could mean the difference. Every ounce could mean the difference between, 50,000 in prizes and in $1 million. So it's important and temperatures rise and it gets a little bit fired up. I'm almost tempted to say something about NASCAR, but NASCAR's WWE. It's all a show. It's fun to watch. I like watching NASCAR, but it's all basically a setup. It's a soap opera, really, is what it is. And so you see these bastards. I don't see anybody getting in fights. And you see somebody cheating. I mean, I see people getting fired up when you catch people cheating. And by the way, those people caught cheating in tournaments, if they've won money, that's grand theft. So they're prosecuted as thieves at that point because they stole money, and which I think is very appropriate. But you don't see people dealing with real money, real sponsorships, real commercials, real livelihoods, even getting in arguments, really. I mean, you might have a couple of, hey, this, that, and the other thing. If somebody might, flip somebody off or something like that. But to take it to the point where you are, you're actually capping your family members in a tournament, I can't believe. No, It might have been Florida. Let me see, buddy. Let's go back to this and find out where we are here. Covington. I don't know where that is. No, it actually doesn't even give me a state on this one. Channel 2 Action News, if you want to look at that. But Atlanta. Sorry, it is in the Atlanta. It is in the Atlanta, Georgia area. But you would think it's Florida. You would think every one of those stories starts with a Florida man, right? Every single one of them. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Look at me, fried pork skins at home. What's going on with that? Oh, speaking of this, hey y'all. Covington, Washington. No, actually, yeah, it was the Atlanta Journal of whatever. I got a food dehydrator. I had one. It was just some janky, little Walmart one, but I kind of got an upgraded version on this Prime Day thing. Thing was half off, and so I couldn't afford not to buy it. Right. So I buy this food dehydrator, and I want to make fruit leather and all that. If you guys heard that, basically they're adult fruit roll-ups. Jerky, of course, is on the menu. What do you guys help me out here? Help me out and let me know what you guys have dehydrated. If you guys go the whole dehydrating thing with fruit or snacks or whatever you guys do, because we are going on the Grand Canyon trip this Saturday, rafting down the Grand Canyon. Want to have some good snacks for the kiddos and some healthy stuff and all that. So guys, let me know if you're into the whole food dehydrating thing. Let me know as well if you're into the sous vide lifestyle as well. Let me know. I've got a sous vide as well, so I'm just kind of branching out in different things, working on that cookbook, Grizz. We're seeing what we can do. So yeah, if you guys have some cool recipes or just some cool ideas, the Sea Samurai, Kevin Nakata out of San Diego. He what did I have here? Yellowtail jerky. Woo! Boy, you gotta want that. You gotta love seafood for that bad boy. Let me tell you that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh yeah, and the fruit. I mean, it's such a great snack. And it's you buy that package crap that has all of the added sugar on it and stuff like that, and it's just terrible. The cool thing is I found these the jerky cures that I haven't had before, and they're zero sugar. And that's really hard. If you go to any bag of jerky in the stores, you look on the back of that, it's got like 5-6 grams per serving. It's like a damn Snickers. So I'm like, well, why am I not eating healthy with this jerky? I'm just eating candy. I might as well get some, Skittles or something like that. So they're sugar free, and it's going to be really good. So super excited to get a few of those London broils out. Just really go thin with them and make some good jerky. I've seen like jerky guns, like the little tube that kind of that just doesn't look appetizing at all. So I'm gonna do that. But the fruit leather, here's one thing I found. So this is a camping tip for y'all, hiking tip, especially if you guys are into hiking and in long range hiking and overnighting and overlanding and things like that. My buddy Tim Ralston told me all the time. He said pounds equal pain. When you're hiking, when you're camping, anything, pounds equal pain. Hunting, same. But you want a good meal. So, but you can't carry the steaks with you and all this stuff. If you're just packing in, let me begin. If you're doing that kind of thing, I'm going to try this blend soup, which, by the way, if you go ew at that, I don't know why. I've ate blended soup for a hot minute. I've had like these two teeth right here, these two bad boys. Those are implants. So I couldn't eat solid food for like a little bit. I would actually blend soup. It was good. It tastes like you chewed it. Actually, I think it tastes better because all of the flavors blend together. It's awesome. So you blend the soup, you pour it in the little tray for the dehydrator, and you dehydrate your soup. And so it comes out like basically you crack it. Like it's very brittle and it weighs nothing. And then you take that and you pour it into your jet boil with a little bit of water. Boom, soup. Yeah, right? Yeah. So that was a decent idea that I got that I'm going to be trying as well. Mm-hmm. Pork skins instead of buying them in Lynn, that's it kind of fits right in there. Some pork skins. Any butcher, dude, just call a butcher. Just call a butcher. And if that butcher, here's the question you ask the butcher: if you have those, if you have pig skins, if they have pig skins, great. If they don't, here's the thing to ask: do you know of anywhere I can get them? And then just try the next butcher until you get the spot. But always ask that. Hey, listen, I don't know if you guys have this, but if you don't, please point me in the right direction. I'm looking for pig skins, and they'll get you right to the right people. I'm telling you that. Rice puffs and veggie chips. Okay, veggie chips. All right. I'm going to try some veggie chips or kind of like the veggie straws. I would assume it's kind of the same gig. Yeah. Okay. All right. because my Have Supine trip's going to be dope. Everybody's going to be like eating like the Cliff Bars, and I'm just going to be just eating good food. I'm eating good in the neighborhood, I tell you that. The MREs have always been questionable. They have. I actually have not had an MRE, but my nephew, I guess he's my nephew-in-law, intern Sarah's husband, my nephew-in-law. Okay. He got me one for Christmas. He put it in my stocking. He put an MRE because he basically brought that from Basic, and I have not eaten it. It's got a shelf life of 600 years. I'm okay. I can wait, but I do want to try it. But he said that was his favorite one. I forgot it was some kind of lasagna or something, or spicy sausage or something. So I'm excited to try that again. Getting back to we can have fun in the outdoors without, I don't know, shooting our kin. We don't need to shoot everybody, but that dude's going to go to jail for a very, very long time. Here's something kind of sad, but I do understand. I understand the punishment here. Two 20-year-olds went out duck hunting. They took their buddy, who was 19. They took him along for the ride. He wasn't hunting. He was unlicensed. You just want to kind of hang out and go duck hunt. You know what I mean? And after a while, one of the 20-year-olds, he just got a little fed up, and there was a kind of a questionable shot on a duck, but he's still like, I haven't shot anything. I'm going to take it. He took it and missed, and his gun jammed. And so he hands his gun to his buddy, and he takes his buddy's 20 gauge, and he takes another shot of the duck and knocks it down. So he's like, okay, I'm going to use this one, but here, let me clear this gun for you. Tragically, when he was clearing his gun, he shot the non-hunter in the stomach. And accidentally, I'm assuming accidentally, because we have to say alleged at this point, that 20-year-old, that dude is facing manslaughter charges. Now, immediately, if you're faced with that, because honestly, this is what the cops said. Let's get past the EMS part here. Okay, manslaughter charges. They said basically he believed that the young man failed to properly and safely clear his weapon of malfunctions, and by having it pointed in an unsafe direction when it discharged directly led to and caused the death of this young 19-year-old. Guys, as sad as this is, I don't disagree with it. I don't disagree with it. It is tragic as it is. I don't disagree with it. I think anybody who's been around firearms for any length of time has probably had a misfire. I've had one. So I'm after that misfire, I am all about the 4, the big 4. And y'all know the 4. Always shoot a firearm as if it's loaded, right? Keep your booger hook off the bang switch until your target is in sight and you're ready to pull the trigger, right? Never point a firearm in any direction at anything that you are not willing to destroy that moment, and always be aware of what's behind your target. So this person pointed something at somebody something that he was not willing to destroy. He did not assume that it was loaded, even though he was clearing a jam. And obviously he didn't keep his booger hook off the bang switch. So that's keep your trigger finger off the trigger. So is this a lesson? Is this kind of like is this kind of we're making an example of? If so, okay. I mean, because the fact of the matter, he did not abide by any of the rules. And so that's what it was. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It lost a UTV tire. Oh, that is a long walk. Let me tell you, man. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But there is, you're saying some of those are good, Gris? Some of the MREs are good? Okay, yeah, I'll give it a try. I'll definitely I'll give it a try. But I want to go back to this because, you look at that slappy idiot moron murder shooter at what was it? It was what was the Oxford High School. And so they're charging his dad and his parents because they didn't safely secure their firearms. So they're being used as an example for safe storage laws. Although there's not a safe storage law where they're at, they're still being, because basically they're complicit in these, they're being rung up for involuntary manslaughter of a bunch of other people. I'm almost okay with this setting an example, because there obviously was negligence on the parents' case in Oxford, and there is negligence on this young man's part in tragically. And I mean, this kid is going to most likely make a deal. You should plea immediately. You're getting these charges. Work a plea down to some sort of probation or something like that. But this kid's ruined. This kid is absolutely ruined. He just shot and killed accidentally one of his best friends because he was a bozo with a firearm. And I'm not about like always, going, oh, I'm just going to go out with my, go after the parents because the parents shouldn't let that do. These are 3 adults. In our society, these are 3 adults. And they're enjoying outdoor fun. They're enjoying outdoor recreation. And a mishap happened. And then that's really all there is to it. That's it. Just there's really nothing you can do. There's really nothing you can say. It's tragic. But do we use this kid? Does the legal system, does the state use this person as an example to say, we ain't playing? If you're dealing with firearms, you need to abide by the 4 rules. And this guy broke 3 of them. 3 of them. In one, I apologize. I'm sorry, one shot. In one instance. Yeah, weird. Yeah, but then let's get to something a little more entertaining. But again, y'all, we can have fun in the outdoors without bleeping ending up in jail. How about this story? This story comes to us from Maine. Our peeps out in Maine. A lifeguard out there, because I'm all about shore fishing. You guys know me now. I'm addicted now after the Mexico trip. A lifeguard out in Maine has been the head lifeguard, the David Hasselhoff, so to speak. Yeah, don't come with me on that. The David Hasselhoff of this community for 30 years. 30 años. This guy has been the lifeguard. He's been a lifeguard too. He's the boss, and he's like, I'm out there, just like David Hasselhoff, right? Get your Baywatch run on, nice and slow. I would always think that if somebody slowed my run down like that in the gait and how I run, there'd be some people that are concerned over either my physical health or my mental health. I run that weird. I don't run. But if somebody were to do that, I'd be mortified. Absolutely mortified. Anyway, so this guy said if they do not crack down on public intoxication, because what has happened is there's 3 beaches in his jurisdiction. All of them are posted all over, no alcohol on the beach, no alcohol on the beach, no alcohol on the beach. There's been 0 law enforcement. So basically there has been now a culture of come on out here to enjoy the outdoors, enjoy the beach, enjoy the ocean, but get trashed. If you want to go somewhere and get trashed in a really fun environment, here, come on to the beach and get smashed. He even say, so this guy went to the town. He went to a city hall, town hall meeting and got his 5 minutes. And he stood up and said, I quit. And I'm taking everybody with me. I'm taking Pamela Anderson. I'm taking them all with me. I'm the Hoff. I'm taking all of my hot Baywatch chicks with me and the little good-looking Baywatch dudes with me. And if you guys don't change the law like this, if you don't start enforcing this, if I have to deal with any more drunk people, I'm out of here. He threatened it. So he gave his conditional resignation. And it gets to that point because people are idiots. And I'm not bagging law enforcement here, but I'm down with law enforcement. It's like a Maine. I've never been to Maine. But I'm not bagging them. What I'm bagging is people like the people we associate. Let's be honest. I'm not going to say you and I. And again, I've done stupid things in the outdoors. I've been known to drink in the outdoors. 100%. I'll admit that to you. But it's some of the slappies that we hang out with where you're like, are you bleeping kidding me? Yo, I have been in a situation. I'm not kidding. Where I was camping with a bunch of buddies. And they were good. Lit up. And I mean, I'm talking about they were smoking, they were drinking, and it was just bad. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to retire for the night. Y'all crazy. And I'd had some drinks too. So I'm like, I'm going to go pass out. I'm happy. I heard gunshots. Woo! Kind of gunshots. Not like, you shot. They were shooting. I'm like, what are these idiots doing? Oh my gosh. I didn't feel safe. And so I wake up the next morning. And my buddy had an Escalade, and it was parked. It was parked by the campfire. They were shooting into the fire, and my buddy's truck and my other buddy's Escalade was riddled with bullet holes. Yeah, never camp with these people again. I have never, ever camped with these people again. But I mean, it's a lot like this lifeguard. He's like, look, I've done this. I've hung out with these dudes. I've camped with these dudes. I've hunted with these dudes. I've fished with these dudes. And I'm like, I'm never going out with you guys again. You're lunatics. And it's the same with this lifeguard. He's like, people just ruin it for everybody else. And I just keep preaching, like, we can have a great damn time. Yes, have some drinks, cool. But when it gets to the point where you're making these staff, these lifeguards, excuse me, who've been there for 3 decades, just walk because you guys are too much idiots and you can't control your alcohol, can't control yourselves on the beach. Me not camping with my buddies because they can't control themselves, not stupid enough to put everybody's lives in danger by shooting into a fire. Morons. Like, come on, y'all. Do better than that. Isn't it more fun when you actually remember what you were doing? Because they didn't. They didn't. And I'm telling you, this lifeguard probably see a lot of people don't even remember they were drinking on the beach. Yeah. It's a bad thing. I mean, I'm from beach communities. I'm from Long Beach, Huntington Beach. I've lived there. And I've seen people get stupid on a beach, but it's cleared up like that. I mean, Maine. Mm-hmm. You want recognition of Northern Maine hunts? Let me know. What Northern Maine hunts? I'm about it. Let's roll. Yeah. I don't even know. Is Maine cool? I don't even know. You guys, I'm a Southwest United States guy. I just am. I'm a Southwester. I'm a redneck. I don't be like, I think of Maine. I think of all those as like Martha's Vineyard and things like that. I'm like, not really my vibe. But there's some cool hunts. Yeah. I'm down with that. Like, I don't even want to go back to Hawaii. Like, I'm not a Hawaii guy. I'm not a big fan. I'm just like, Hawaii, whatever. But then I learned that the Pineapple Brothers, which is Jack Carr. By the way, if y'all looking for books that are so cool, look at Jack. We'll do some Jack Carr books. You're going to be very, very happy. Promise. Jack Carr's a good dude. I believe a SEAL sniper. We've had him on the show several times. Just a cool dude. Him and his brothers actually have hunting rights for an entire island in Hawaii. Now you're getting me back to Hawaii. I'm in. Let's go. Now I can hunt. So if I can go to Maine and I can have some cool hunts, hell yeah. Let's go. Yeah. It's okay, Jim. I hope you didn't take any offense to that because I just don't understand. I think all Northeasterners are just into sailing and wine parties. It's really what I think it is. It's okay that most of the people in the Northeast think that the people in the Southwest are just a bunch of rootin' tootin' shooting rednecks. So it's all good. We love each other. We have no problem with that at all. We're all good there. But I would go try anywhere where I can actually hunt. Yeah. Yeah, this trip this weekend, not a cheap experience when we go rafting down the Grand Canyon, but it is a non-fishing, non-hunting experience. But it's going to be an amazing outdoor adventure, and probably, I don't know, when the next time I'm going to be able to raft the Grand Canyon. So I don't know if they'll shut that down eventually, but whatever, we're doing it and making it happen. That's what we got going on. But it's kind of like a moment of like, can't we all just get along? Like, can't we all just act right? You'll understand too. You're also, when you're in the outdoors and you're doing all this weird stuff, you're representing the other outdoorsmen. Yeah, because again, we are winning hearts and minds. And when we're winning hearts and minds, that means we're going to act right, but we're also going to be cool. I actually have friends that run churches, and one of the funniest things I've ever heard was what one of the pastors would say. He goes, "Don't be a crazy-eyed Christian." He goes, "Look, we're trying to win hearts and minds here. Don't be like, have you ever experienced the love of our personal?" Don't be that one. Be one that says, "Hey, we're having a barbecue. Yeah, if you want to bring some beer, bring some beer." Be that guy. If you want to win hearts and minds, be moderate, have a ton of fun, love the adventure, love the time, love the people, love the experience, and then we win hearts and minds. That's what we Deer, bear, cat, holy mackerel. Okay. And again, understand this, Jim. I am geographically illiterate, so I think I can find Maine on a map. I'm pretty sure. But they've got some good cat hunts up there and some good deer hunts. I'm down with that for sure. That's awesome. And I'd like to talk to you in a while. Maybe we'll have a conversation on the next Q&A session. Maybe we'll talk about that because I'll ask you a couple questions, Jim. I also want to know how it's moose. Oh, you had me at moose, buddy. Dang, I don't want to go moose hunting. So as a sportsman, outdoorsman, anywhere outside of Arizona, when you moved to Arizona, how different was that? That's what I want to know. We'll get to, you don't need to answer that now, Jim. We'll do that on the next Q&A sesh that I believe is coming up next week. So if that's coming up next week-ish, I think we're gonna do it the first Monday of the month. Yeah. Anyway, so we'll get your answer ready for that, because I know it's a whole different world. But we got to get the heck up out of here, y'all. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. And you know something? I appreciate you guys hanging with me. I always do. Again, share this out, like it, follow it, support us, and see what you can do. Bring some friends along and say, hey, this guy just likes to share funny stories about the outdoors, and it's a good time. So let's do it each and every day at 11 o'clock, celebrating all things outdoors in this beautiful outdoor playground of the state, nation, and world that we live in. Have a great